of if statements. One is called as a simple if. I said if without else is called as what here simple if. And you cannot write empty blocks in Python. If you want to write empty blocks in Python, you have to use past statement, right? So there is multiple syntaxes of if. There is multiple syntaxes of if here. But yesterday we have seen two syntaxes. One is simple if and one more is what? If else. We have seen two syntaxes. One is simple if and one more is what here? If and else. So the syntax defines two blocks. One is if block and one more is what? Else block. So it will define two blocks, if block and else block. So there is one more syntax is there. The other syntax is you are trying to write like this. This is if else and else if and again else. This is called as if else ladder. Means this is used for checking multiple conditions. So here only one condition is there. If this condition is a true, then it will execute this block of statements. That is statement 1 and statement 2. If this condition is a false, then it execute which block? Else block. But if one condition is fail, I want to check another condition. If one condition is fail, I want to check another condition. Now this is a syntax of this. If followed by condition, so where you are including some statements like statement 1 and statement 2, else if the first condition fails, okay, you are trying to check another condition. Now this is a condition 1, else if condition 2, you are trying to write some statements like statement here will execute one statement. Okay, statement 2 and else if you are trying to check one more condition here. So this is called as a condition 3. Then you are trying to execute statement 3. If all this condition fails, then it will come to else block. If all this condition fail, it will come to else block and execute what? Statement 4. So if one condition fail, immediately you are checking what? One more condition. If this condition fails, you are checking one more condition, right? So if condition 1 is true, it executes statement 1. If condition 1 is false and condition 2 is a true, it executes statement. It execute what? Statement 2. It executes statement 2. If condition 1, comma condition 2 are false, it executes statement 3. If all conditions false, it executes statement 4. It execute statement 4. So here, if condition 1 is a true, it executes statement 1. If condition 1 is a false, then it will check the second condition. If this is a true, it executes statement 2. If the condition 1 is false and condition 2 is also false, it will check one more condition. And if this condition is a true, then it executes statement 3. Else it executes statement 4. It is like this. If you see the flow chart of this, it is like this. This is if else ladder, else if, else if, ELF. Yes. The keyword is ELF. Yes. The keyword is ELF. Else if means you have to write the keyword as a ELF. Okay, I've written like this. Huh? Okay. For your understanding, I've written, but the keyword is else if. ELF is called as which one? Else if. Now just here. Now this is the flowchart for this if else ladder. So this is a start. Okay, this is a start, and it followed by some condition here. So this is condition 1. This is condition 1. If the condition 1 is a true, if the condition 1 is a true, it will execute a block of statements. If the condition 1 is true, it will execute block of statements. So how many statements I'm executing here? One statement. That is statement 1. Suppose if this condition 1 is a false, if the condition 1 is false, you are trying to check one more condition. You are trying to check one more condition. So there is another condition is there. So what is this condition is? Condition 2. If condition 2 is a true, if condition 2 is a true, you are trying to execute statement 2. If condition 2 is a true, you are trying to execute what? Statement 2. Statement 2. Suppose condition 1 is a false and condition 2 is also false. You can write any number of conditions. If this is also false, you can verify, or if you want, you can write one more condition. Any number of conditions you can write that is based on your application logic. You can write any number of conditions that is based on your application logic. So there is a condition 3. So if the condition 3 is a true, if the condition 3 is a true, you're trying to execute one more statement. So what is that statement here? Statement what here? 3. If all these conditions are false, okay, if all these conditions are false, if all these conditions are false, okay. So what you're trying to do is, you're trying to execute statement 4. If this is also false, you're executing statement 4. So this is a statement 4. Okay, statement 4. Then after that, you're saying what here? Stop. So if one condition fail, immediately you're trying to check what? Another condition. If one condition fail, if one condition fail, immediately you're trying to check what? Another condition. So these are multiple conditions. These are multiple conditions, right? Just we'll try to see with the example here. A simple example I'll take with this 3 syntaxes. So 3 syntaxes are there. So I'll try to tell you some example using this 3 syntaxes. So that is syntax 1, syntax 2, and one more is syntax 3, right? For example, write a, suppose, for example, write a program, write a program to find input number is positive, negative, or 0. I want to find out whether input number is positive number. Simple example. I want to find out whether input number is positive number or negative number or zero. Positive number or negative number or zero. You have to input what here? Number. First thing is you have to input the number. So I'm saying enter any number. Enter any number. A number, integer of input, enter any number. Okay. So I read the number and I have to check whether this number is positive. How can I verify number is positive if number greater than what here? 0. Okay. If number is greater than 0, then that number is what? Positive number. Then I'll print the message. Print format. Number is print format. Number is which number? Positive number. Okay. Then else if suppose number is not greater than 0, then I'm checking one more condition. What is that? Number is less than 0. So if the number is less than 0, see block. This is a block. How you define the block? By changing indent. So indent is nothing but a space. This if block is having how many statements? One statement. And this block is having how many statements? One statement. I'm saying okay, number is which number? Negative number. Suppose number is not greater than 0, number is not less than 0, then finally I'll write here else print it is what here? 0. I just display the message saying that this number is what? 0. For example, I input, suppose my number I input is 5. Is it 5 is greater than 0? Yes, 5 is a positive. Then it will stop. If the first condition is true, will you check the second one? No. Suppose my number I entered is -5. Is it -5 is greater than 0? No. Then comes to else block. Here you have one condition. Is it -5 is less than 0? Yes. -5 is which number? Negative. Suppose if I input number is 0, is it 0 is greater than 0? No. Comes to else if. Is it 0 is less than 0? No. Comes to else and print what here? 0. Okay, now if one condition is fail, you are checking immediately. If one condition is fail, immediately you are checking what? Another condition. If one condition is fail, immediately you are checking one more condition. So my number is some 7. 7 is which number? Positive number. Because 7 is greater than 0. Then I try to execute again. Now this time my number is -3. -3 is which number? Negative number. Is it -3 greater than 0? No. Comes to the else block. And is it -3 less than 0? Yes. Okay, I try to execute again. But this time I enter the number as what? 0. 0. Now 0 is not greater than 0. 0 is not less than 0. So it is what? 0. Right? If two conditions are fail, then it will come to which block? Else block. Else block. Then it comes to else block. So this is checking. You can either verify one condition or more than one. So that depends on application logic. So here in a program itself, I said write a program to find a input number is positive or negative or 0. So how many conditions I have to check? 3 conditions. How many conditions I have to check? 3 conditions. Is it positive number? 1 condition. Negative number? 1 condition. And last one is 0. Now you have to understand first the problem definition. Then only you have to write what? Program. First you have to understand the problem definition. Then only you have to write the program. Otherwise you cannot write the program, right? So try to understand the problem definition. and then you can write a program. Otherwise, you cannot write it. Otherwise, you cannot write a program. Suppose, assume that, okay, suppose, assume that, write a program, write a program to find input number. Input number is divisible with, divisible with 7 or not. Now, in this case, now write a program to find input number is divisible with 7 or not. So only one condition is there. What is that? Is it number is divisible with 7? If number is divisible with 7, I should say it is divisible. If not, I should say it is not divisible. So is it multiple conditions or there are only one condition? Only one condition. In this case, you don't have multiple conditions. Here, how many conditions are there? Only one. So what is the input here? Number. Input number. Enter. Okay, enter any number. Enter any number. Enter any number. Here I have to say if number mod, divisible means mod 7. Number mod 7. Number mod 7. Okay. Suppose my number is 21. Is it 21 is divisible with 7 or not? Yes. Then double equal to what? 0. The result of this remainder is equal to what? 0. Then I should say number is divisible with number is divisible with 7. Else I should say print. Okay, print format. Number is not divisible with 7. That's it. So in a problem definition only you have conditions. So that can be either one condition or that can be either multiple conditions. But this is one condition or multiple conditions? One condition. It's not multiple conditions. It is only one condition. Now enter any number. My number is 21. Now 21 is divisible with 7, right? My number is, okay, my number is some 20. 20 is not divisible with 7. But here are you right? Two conditions or only one condition? Only one condition. One condition. Okay. So you can write with multiple conditions. You can write with only one condition that is based on a given problem. That is based on the given problem, right? Suppose, assume that, see, all these are simple logical programs. Simple logical programs to understand how to write a Python program. How to write a Python program. But in company, you don't find even number, odd number, not like that. But these are just to understand how to check the conditions. Now, these kind of logics which are helpful. Suppose I said, is it number is divisible with 7? Number is divisible with 7 is nothing but, is it input number is multiples of 7 or not? Is it number is multiple of 7 or not? Okay, then you are using which operator? Mod operator. Mod operator, like that. Suppose when you are, now these logics are helpful in application development. For example, write a program to find input character is alphabet, okay, digit or special character. Now you can see how many conditions are there in this case. Write a program to find input character is alphabet, digit or special character. How many conditions are there? 3 conditions are there. First one is you have to find out input character is alphabet or not. If not, you have to check the second condition, is it digit or not. If it is not alphabet digit, then it is what? Special character. See, without understanding the problem definition, you cannot write a program. What some students, what they'll do is, they'll sit in front of system and they start thinking what to write, but finally they don't write anything they'll move to some videos and watch video and come out of that. Yes. Okay, what's the movie? अरे क्यों पाइथन क्यों करेंगे? अच्छा मूवी देखेंगे बोल के. Okay, right? But try to take certain problems. I'll try to put some websites so that you can start writing programs in Python. Logics, writing logics in Python, writing logics in Python. Now enter the character. Now here I'm not doing any conversion. Why I'm not doing conversion? Because input what here? Character. So input function read the value as which type? String. So I mean, even you should know why I'm using integer conversion, why I'm using float conversion, because input function return the value as which type? String type. Now, if you want to read integer, convert input value into which type? Integer type. If you want to read float, convert input value into float type. So enter any character, enter any character. Then what you have to do if character is, my condition is like this. Character is greater than or equal to A. Now, can I compare the characters using relational operator? Yes. But how it will compare it? By taking which value? ASCII value. How it will compare it? By taking ASCII value. Character is greater than or equal to A and character is less than or equal to what? Z. So in between, right? So the character is greater than or equal to A and character is less than or equal to Z. Or character is greater than or equal to small a and character is less than or equal to small z. And means between. In this case, and means it should be greater than or equal to a, less than or equal to z. Means between a to z or between a to z. So that can be either uppercase or lowercase. So in and or operations, which one is given first presidency? And second is given to which one? Or. Okay. So first it evaluates this one and next it evaluates this one and then check. Is it any one condition is true? It is a true. If any one condition is true, it is a true. Now print. Then this character is what? Alphabet. Okay. Then next, will you write else if here? You write else if in the same line or you change the indent? You have to move this to the beginning because if else if, but this is else if is a part of if or outside the part of it. Okay, part of it. Okay, but you have to write here. Now most of the students they'll write like this. Okay, and they'll get so many errors and they don't understand what is the error is. Once they get errors, they'll close the system. Okay, but they don't rectify the errors, but you have to rectify the errors. So you learn the subject by rectifying the errors. You have to understand what is that error is and why that error is coming. You have to understand what is that error is and why error is coming, then you learn more things. Otherwise you don't learn anything, right? Okay, so else if character is greater than or equal to 0 and character is less than or equal to what? 9, because single character, not complete string. Then print this character is what here? Digit. This character is alphabet, otherwise this character is what? Digit. Else I'm saying this character is what? Is a special character. Okay, so in Python you can compare the characters using relational operators, but whenever you are comparing the characters using relational operators, it will try to compare it by taking which value? ASCII values. Okay, it will try to compare it by taking ASCII values. ASCII values it takes it, right? So enter any character. Now my character is B. Is a capital B. Now what is a capital B equivalent of ASCII value? 66. Capital A is what? 65. Capital B is what? 66. Is it 66 is greater than or equal to 65? Yes. Is it 66 is less than or equal to 90? Yes. This condition is true. Then will it verify the second one? No. Then it will print this character is what? Alphabet. Now B is alphabet. Then I try to input the digit 5. 5 is which one? Digit, right? If I try to input dollar, dollar is which one? Special character. Now this logic is helpful. For example, password is there. Password. And password, length of the password should be how many? 8 characters. And within that, at least 2 special characters should be there. 2 special characters and 2 digits. And remaining all are alphabets. Then how can you verify? Is it password is having 2 special characters or 2 digits? Now in that case, I have to apply this logic. In that case, I have to apply this particular logic. But here, I am reading only one character. But now you have to read one string. And within that, you have to find out how many alphabets are there, how many how many alphabets are there, and how many digits are there, and how many special characters. But here, I am trying to check with only one character, but you can check with complete string. And that you learn once you go for strings or for, looping statements. But now, just try to understand. Now just try to understand input. Input character is alphabets, digits, or special character. Let us see one simple problem. This is what, now see here. I think in Hacker's Rank. Now from here you can start practicing the things in Hacker's Rank, right? Sign up and code. Okay. Okay, see here, I got which one? 5 stars with yellow badge. This is yellow badge, right? With 5 stars, but I said, no, I have not done some of the things. I have not done some of the things because of I'm not getting time. But maybe I may solve some more problems so that I can get more stars. Right? But finally, anyway, this is, and go to Python here. So Python and Python what? If else. Python if else. Okay. See, most of the things I've done, but some of the things are not solved. Like text alignment, some of the things I missed out. But once I do all this, definitely I'll get more stars. But anyway, this is Python if else. Just click on Python if else. And already I've written this code here. Okay, but I removed. Just see this problem here. This is a task. What is the task is given an integer n, given an integer n, perform the following conditional actions. Given an integer n, perform the following conditional action. If n is odd, print weird. Okay, if n is odd, print weird. If n is even and in including range of 2 to 5, print not weird. If n is even and in the inclusive range 6 to 20, print what is that? Weird. If n is even and greater than 20, print what? Not weird. Now if, how many conditions are there? 4 conditions. If number is odd, print weird. If n is even and between 2 to 5, then you have to print what? Not weird. If n is even and in inclusive range of 6 to 20, print what here? Weird. If n is even and greater than 20, print not weird. I just copy this link here, but you have to register first. Now, this is a problem definition. This is a problem definition, and I'm trying to write the solution. Now, what is the first thing? Given an integer n, perform the following conditional action. So, this is a sample input. 3 is there. 3 is which number? Odd number. You have to say weird. And n is 3 and n is odd number and printed weird. Now, input 24. 24 is which number? Even number. And it is between 24 is greater than 20, then you have to print what? Not weird. Okay, like this. First what you have to do is you have to input the number. So input number. Should not display any prompt, because in here, is it given any prompt like enter any number like that? No. No prompt is given. You have to input only value. There's no prompt, so you should give without prompt. Prompt is nothing but within input you'll say enter. Within double quotes you'll say enter any number. This is called as which one? Prompt. But in the problem, in a problem definition, is it values input with prompt or without prompt? Without prompt. Now you have to input without prompt. Even though result is correct, you'll get result as what? Incorrect. I'll show you that. So this is without prompt. Input the value, and if number is first condition is if number mod 2 is not equal to 0. If number mod 2 is not equal to 0. If number mod 2 is not equal to 0, this is which number? Odd number. This is which number? Odd number. If number mod 2 equal to 0, it is which number? Even number. If number mod 2 is not equal to 0, it is which number? Odd number. If it is odd number, I have to print weird, right? If it is odd number, I have to print what? Weird. Okay. Now this is weird. Else, okay. Else, if it is not odd number means, if it is not odd number, it is which number now? Even number. If it is not an odd number, then it is which number? Even number. Then you have to check only range. You have to check only range. Now, n is even and inclusive range 2 to 5. 2 must be included and 5 should be included. It means number is greater than or equal to 2 and number is less than or equal to what? 5. So 2 greater than or equal to 2 and less than or equal to 5. Then I have to print one message. What is that? Not weird. Okay. Then else if number is greater than or equal to 6 and number is what? Less than or equal to which one? 20. Number is greater than or equal to 6 and less than or equal to 20. I have to say print. What is that? Weird. Otherwise, I have to print what? Not weird. So print. What is the message? Not weird. These are multiple conditions, right? If it is greater than 20. Now, see, first you are trying to check which condition? Odd number. If it is not odd number, then it is which number? Even number. Now you have to check only inclusive range. That is from 2 to 5. You are saying not weird. 6 to 20. It is weird. If it is greater than 20, not weird. So how many conditions? 1, 2, 3. And last one is greater than 20. Right? Just click on run code. First run the code. Okay, now this is a sample input is taken 3. And what is displayed here? Weird. And then click on which one? Submit the code. Now it will try to check all the test cases. And if all the test cases are succeeded, then it will display success, right? Suppose you have done some mistake here. Now, what is the mistake I've given is, now W I've written in small letters. The mistake what I did is, the output I displayed in which letters? Small letters. Now just see, run the code. Okay, run the code. Immediately it is given a wrong answer. But actually I printed which one? Weird only. But what is expecting? He want to print weird, but where W is what? Capital. W is what? Capital. Now most of the students, while writing technical exam, they try to do these simple mistakes. Okay, if in the place of whatever output is expecting, you have to write only in that format. Suppose instead of displaying the output in capitalized, I've given in which letters? Small letters. Then immediately it is given what? Wrong output. Even though my logic is what? Correct. Even though my logic is what? Correct. Because of this W is in small letter. Because of this W is in what? Small letter. It is given wrong answer. But everything is fine. My logic is fine. Okay. In the place of getting W is in weird W is capital, I've given which one? Small. So because of that, immediately it will show you wrong answer. So this is also happens if you are writing code online. This is also happen if you are writing code what? Online. So try to check each and everything, because your program is not rectified by a person. Your program is not rectified by your one person. Your program is rectified by the tool, and that tool will check all the test cases. The tool will check all the test cases. All the test cases are passed. Then only you can submit the code. Otherwise, you cannot submit the code. If the code is not submitted, it means you are fail. If the code is not submitted, means you are fail within the time, right? Okay. Then at the same time, now I run the code. I run the code here. Is it success or not? Yes. In the place of, suppose I said number equal to integer of input, I try to give the prompt. Enter any number. But is it in a problem definition? Is it input is given with prompt or without prompt? Without prompt. But I've given the prompt, and if I'm running this code, I've given the prompt, and if I'm running the code, it is given which one? A wrong answer. What is expecting? Input is what? Only 3. Is asking enter number, enter any number. That prompt is given or not given? Not given. Then you have to give the input. You have to give the input with prompt or without prompt? Without prompt. Now these are the simple mistakes. You may do it while writing exam. These are the simple mistakes. You may do it while writing the exam online. So don't do these simple mistakes, right? Okay. Now what you can do is, I just copy this code so that, so this is a problem definition and this is a answer. This is the answer, but you have to write it without checking the answer here. Now this is in Code Chef, right? In the same way, you can also do with, Hacker Rank. Now you can also do with which one? Code Chef. Practice problems. Practice problems here, right? Then basic programming, and starts with which one? ATM. Starts with the ATM. I remove the code here. Yes. So this is a problem definition. Now Pooja would like to withdraw some X US dollars from what? ATM. The cash machine will only accept the transaction if X is multiples of what? 5. And Pooja's account balance has enough cash to perform withdraw transaction, including bank charges. For each successful withdrawal, the bank charges 0.50 US dollars and calculate Pooja's account balance after an attempted what? Transaction. Now this is the input format. positive integer, the amount of cash which Pooja wishes to withdraw, non-negative numbers, and the output. See, input should be given in one line. Now, what is the output is expecting? Output the account balance after the attempted transaction given as a number with 2 digits of precision. How many digits of precision? 2 digits. After decimal point, you have to display how many precisions? 2 precisions. If there is not enough money in the account to complete the transaction, output the current bank balance, right? So what you have to input? Two things. One is amount and one more is what? Balance. What is the output? What is the output expect after transaction? Remaining balance. After transaction remaining balance, right? Just see what is the input here. The input is what? First one is amount. First one is balance. First one is balance, and second one is what? Amount. Now these two things you have to read in one line. You have to read these two values in what? One line. One line. One line means you have to input the value and you have to split this value into how many values? Two values. And then convert these two values into which type? Float type. Convert these two values into which type? Float type. Convert these two values into which type? Float. So input, using input, you are trying to input the value and that you are trying to split into how many values? Two values. Now first value is stored in, I think first value is which one? Amount. Okay. First one is a amount. First you have to input the amount to be withdrawn. And second one, what you have to input? Balance. First one you have to input the amount. Second one you have to input balance. After that you have to check. After that you have to check, is it amount entered is multiples of 5. If amount, what is my condition? If amount mod 5 equal to what? 0. If amount mod 5 equal to 0 means if it is multiples of 5 and next is it should have the balance or not? Yes, it should have the balance. Then you have to check. Then what you have to check is amount plus for each transaction. How much charges? For each transaction, how much charges here? $0.50. Now amount plus 0.50 is less than which one? Balance. If amount is less than the balance, is it withdraw is allowed or not allowed? Allowed. Including bank charges, less than balance is allowed or not allowed? Allowed. Right? Suppose I want to withdraw 30. I want to withdraw how much? 30. And balance is what here? 120. Is it 30 is less than 120 or not? Yes. Is it withdraw is allowed or not allowed? Allowed. So first condition is it amount is multiples of 5? Is it 30 is a multiples of 5 or not? Yes. 30 is multiples of 5 and 30 plus bank charges is how much? 0.50. 30.50. Is it 30.50 is less than 120? Yes. Then withdrawing is done or not? Yes. Then what you have to do? You have to write like balance. You have to write like balance equal to balance minus amount plus 0.50, including bank charges, right? Else what you have to do? You have to display the balance as it is or not? Yes. Is it required to check the else condition? Is it required to check the else condition or not required? Is it required to check the else condition or not required? Not required, because you have to display the balance as it is. You have to display the balance as it is. Display the balance format. What you are displaying? Balance with how many decimal places? 2 decimal places. Dot what is that? 2F. But in this case, how many conditions are checked? Only one condition, but not multiple conditions. Only one condition, but not multiple condition. Now compile the program. Oh, there is one error. What is this error? We have not terminated, right? Open the single quotes, but not open it, but not close it, right? Then again, click on which one? Compile. Where is the error? Okay. So map input, then just click on this, run the code. This is not a runtime error. It is. Is not, there is no syntax error actually here. There's no syntax error. Test again is custom input. We'll try to give some 30 and 120.00. Now compile this. Yes. Now you can see 30, 120.00. What is the output here? 89.50. Okay, you can check. Now 42. Is it 42 is multiples of? Is it 42 is multiples of what is that? 5. Yes or no? No. 42 is not multiples of? Yes. Then what will happen? It will display the balance as it is. It will display the balance as it is. Okay. Okay. Now, if you want to submit the code, then you have to log in and then you have to submit code. Okay. Now, this is how you write the logic when it comes to this if condition. Now, this is a problem definition in what? This is in Hacker's Rank and this is in CodeChat. Okay. But first thing is you have to understand reading problem. Reading of problem is very important. Reading the problem definition is very important. Once you understand the problem definition, solving is not big task, right? But first you have to understand the problem definition and what inputs is expecting and what output is expecting. If you know this thing, you can write a program. Otherwise, you cannot write it. If these two things will be there, then you can write a program. Otherwise, you cannot write a program. Okay. This is how it is, right? The next thing is if you want to practice, you can practice a lot of problems. Now, this is a pass or fail. This is a pass or fail here. But actually, you have to do this by using a looping statement. Some of the things are there with the looping statements. Okay, now see. Now, this is, now how many inputs are given here? 3 inputs and 3 students. Okay, 3 students inputs are given and checking. First student, pass. Second student, fail. Third student, again, what is that? Fail. We'll just see this, but this will try to see with statement, looping statement. Then see, this is one more link. This link also I'll copy. This is again practice questions. This is again practice questions. This link I'll try to copy. Now from here also you can practice. Now, a lot of problems are there in this link also. Yes. Okay. Now write a program to calculate, see here, write a program to calculate which one here? Electricity bill. According to the following criteria, write a program to calculate the electricity bill according to the following criteria. First 100 units, no charges. Next 100 units, 5 rupees. After 200 units, 10 rupees. For example, if input is given 350, within that 100 units, no charges. And next 150, next 100 units, how much here? 500. That is 500 plus 150 into 150 into what? 10. Now total value becomes what? 350. Okay. Let us see this program. How to solve this program here. So write a program. Now this is write a program to calculate the electricity bill. Accept the number of units from user. According to the following criteria, first 100 units is no charges. Next 100 units is 5 rupees. And after 200 units, per unit is how much here? 10 rupees. So first what you have to do is, you have to input number of units. You have to input number of units. Now units equal to integer of input, enter number of units. Enter number of units. Enter number of units. Okay. If units, so here I have taken initially the value of amount is what? 0. Initially I take the value of amount as what? 0, or you can write if units is what? Less than or equal to 100. If units is less than or equal to 100, amount is what? 0. This is the first condition. Else if units is greater than what here? 100. Units is greater than 100. See the criteria. Units is greater than 100 and less than or equal to 200. And units is less than or equal to what? 200. Then amount equal to what? Amount equal to what do I have to write here? Units minus what? 100 into 5. Units minus 100 into 5. Why? Because first 100 units is what? 0. For example, my number of units are 150. 150 minus 100. First 100 units are 0, right? You have to calculate only for 50 units. You have to calculate only for 50 units. Suppose if total number of units are 200. Now 200 minus 100, because first 100 units are 0. Now next 100 units is 5 rupees. Okay, now then next is else if units is greater than 200. I don't require to write next condition, because if it is greater than 200, I have to calculate. What I have to calculate here? So amount equal to what I have to say? Anyway, first 100 units is 0. First 100 units is what? 0. Next 100 units is 5 rupees. And after that it is 10 rupees. Tell me how to write this logic. Units minus what? 100, 200. Units minus 200 into over units minus 200 into 10 means over suppose 300 units. How many units? 300 units. 300 minus 200 is what? 100. Let's calculate only for 100. 200 is free. 200 is free or 100 units is free? 100 units is free, not 200, right? Then what you have to do? So you have to write like this. Plus first 100 units, right? 100 into what? 5 plus units minus 200 into 10. 100 into 5 plus units minus 200 into 10, right? And then after that, display the amount. So amount, total amount or amount is, I have to display which one? Amount, right? Okay. So this is for 3. Once you run this, enter number of units. I said 350 units. Okay. What is the amount here? 2000. Within 350, 100 is free. Okay. Next 100 units is what? 5 rupees, which is 500. And next, how much? Yes. That is 150 units, right? Then it is what? 150 into 10 is 1500 plus 500 is 2000, right? Yes. Now this is the logic here. Understood this logic? Okay, right. So then next one is, now this is writing multiple conditions. Multiple conditions. See here, write a program to display the last digit of a number. Okay, write a program to display the last digit of a number. How can I display the last digit of a number? By dividing with 10. Any number mod 10 will return the last digit. Last digit is nothing but, actually last digit is what? Any number divisible with 10 will return last digit. Huh? Okay, now suppose my number is here. My number is 123 mod 10. 123 mod 10. What is the remainder? 3. Okay, now if I enter 125 mod 10, what is the remainder? 5. 200 mod 10. What is the remainder? 0. That is it getting the last digit or not? Yes. How can I get the last digit of a number? By dividing with the 10. Write a program to check whether last digit of a number is divisible with 3 or not. So last digit of number, you know it. Last digit of number, you know it, right? Write a program to check whether last digit of number is divisible by 3 or not. 3 or not. How can I get last digit? I can get the last digit number, integer of input. Enter any number. Enter any number. So if number mod last digit, now d equal to number mod 10. So this is getting which digit? Last digit. This will get the last digit. If last digit of number is divisible with, what is the question? If last digit of number is divisible with 3. So here I'm trying to write digit mod 3 equal to what? 0. Then print, I'm saying divisible. I'm saying divisible. Else I'm saying not divisible. Okay, divisible. Otherwise, I'm saying it is not divisible. Last digit of number. Now I try to enter any number. So my number is some. My number is 129. 129. 129. What is the last digit? 9. Is it 9 is divisible with 3 or not? Yes. Then divisible. So 129. 129 mod 10. 129 mod 10. What is the remainder? 9. 129 mod 10. What is the remainder? 9. Right? So it is like this: 129 divided by 10. How many times here? 12 times. 120. And what is the remainder here? 9. Is it 9 is the last digit or not? Yes. 9 mod, is it divisible with 3 or not? Means again this remainder, you are dividing again with what here? 3. How many times? 3 times. And 9, what is the remainder here? 0. Is it 9 is divisible with 3 or not? Yes. Right? Yes. Now, first, try to understand the problem definition and then write the program. Now your job is you have to write, you have to practice all these programs. 70 programs are there in this. 70 programs, if you do at least 50%, okay, at least 50% if you do it, you'll understand how to write if, how to write if, okay. Then see here, next program, see here. Write a program, accept percentage from the user and display the grade according to the following criteria. Write a program, this one. Very simple, right? Is it simple or complex? Okay. Now, once you start writing, you'll be knowing it. Is it simple or complex? But if you see it, you don't get anything. Theoretically, if you learn, you don't get anything. You have to practice. Theoretically, if you learn, you don't get anything. You have to practice. You have to practice. You have to solve the problems. Then only you can write a program. Otherwise, you cannot write a program. So please try to practice. Now, write a program, accept which one? Percentage. Write a program to accept the percentage. Now, P equal to float of input. Input, what you have to input here? Percentage. Okay. You have to input percentage. If percentage is greater than or equal to criteria, greater than 90, a percentage is greater than 90, it is which grade? A grade. A grade, A grade. Then else, if percentage greater than or equal to 80, percentage is greater than 80, sorry, greater than 80, and percentage is less than what? 90, then you are saying it is which grade? B grade. Else if percentage is greater than greater than or equal to 60, greater than or equal to 60, greater than or equal to 60, and percentage is less than or equal to what? 80. Percentage is greater than or equal to 80. I'm saying it is what? C grade. Otherwise, you're trying to say now this is which grade? D grade. Okay, it is a D grade, right? So we just try to implement all the conditions. We just try to implement what? All the conditions. Greater than 90, A grade. Greater than 80 and less than or equal to 90, B grade. Greater than or equal to 60 and less than or equal to 80, C grade. Below 60, it is what? D grade. See here. Greater than 90, A grade. Greater than 80, less than 90, it is what? B grade. Greater than or equal to 60, less than or equal to 80, C grade. Otherwise, D grade. Over. Right? Right? The things now 99. 99 is what here? A grade. If I try to enter some 80, 87, 87 is which grade? B grade. If I'm trying to enter some 70, 70 is which grade? C grade. If I'm trying to enter some 50, 50 is which grade? D grade. It means all these test cases are passed or not? Yes. You have to practice. I'm telling you, you have to practice these basic codings. Basic codings you have to practice. Until unless you don't practice, you don't get anything. Okay, na? See, write a program to accept. Write a program to accept the cost price of bike and display the road tax to be paid according to the following criteria. Write a program to accept the cost price of bike and display the road tax to be paid according to the following criteria. Now, if the cost of the bike is greater than 1 lakh, road tax is how much here? 15%. If the bike cost is greater than 50,000 and less than or equal to 1 lakh, then road tax is how much percentage? 10%. If it is less than or equal to 50,000, then what is the road tax you have to calculate? 5%. If it is greater than 1 lakh, bike cost is greater than 1 lakh, you have to pay how much road tax? 15%. If the bike cost is greater than 50,000 and less than 1 lakh, less than or equal to 1 lakh, 10%. If it is less than or equal to 50, how much it is? 5% of your bike cost. Of bike cost, right? So how many conditions are there? 1, 2, and one more is what? 3. 3 conditions are there. 3 conditions. Based on this, you have to calculate which one? Road tax. You have to calculate road tax. Okay. Now just see here. This is another program. Now I'm writing a program, but you are just listening it, right? But later you have to write it. What is the input? What is the input here? Cost. Bike cost. Bike cost. If the cost of the bike is greater than how much? 1 lakh. Then tax equal to bike cost into 10 divided by 100. Yes or no? It's correct. Then else if cost is greater than how much? 50,000 and cost is less than or equal to 1 lakh. Then tax is cost into how much here? Not 10%, 15%. This is 15% and this is 10%. Otherwise, tax is how much? 5%. 5 divided by 100. Instead of that, you can give 0. 0. What? 5 volts, right? 0.05. Right. Now, once you run this, by cost is some 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs, right? Oh, where is tax? Printed up? No. Format. Taxes. I have to print which one? Tax. Okay. Now, by cost is some 2 lakhs and tax is how much here? 30,000. Okay. Because 15% of the cost. Okay. 30,000. I try to enter. Now, by cost is some 75,000. Now, it is 7,500 because of 10%. 10%. And I try to input the bike cost as 45,000. Now, it is 2,250. How much percentage? 5%. Right? So, these are simple logical programs. Simple logical programs. These programs you can write in any language. Suppose if you are learning multiple languages like C, Java, Python, parallelly, you can write in any language. Problem definition will be the same, but implementation is what? Different. Definition is the same, but implementation is what? Different. Now, in different languages, you implement in different ways. But this is the implementation of which one? Python. Write a program to check whether a year is a leap year or not. Year is a leap year or not. Year mod 4 years, right? Year mod 4. Year mod 4 equal to 0. Year mod 400 is how many conditions you'll check? One condition or multiple? Multiple. You have to check with the century also. No? You have to check with the century. Now you have to check multiple conditions, not one condition, right? Write a program to accept the number from 1 to 7 and display the name of the day like 1 for Sunday, 2 for Monday, LKG program. Input number, if I say 1, if number is 1, print. If number is 1, print what? Sunday. Else if number is 2, print what? Monday. Else if number is 3, print what? Tuesday. అంటే కొందరు ఇది కూడా రాయలేరు అన్నట్టు. Okay, some students they don't write this program also. I don't know how many of you install the Python software. So first I should ask that. Are you install Python software or not? Okay. If you not install. Nothing will happen. Yeah, Python will not install. Python andar nahi jata yaar. Okay. Python software is installed. It's not a virus. Python is not a virus. Python is software. Okay. Yes. So you have to practice. Write a program to accept the number from 1 to 12 and display the name of the month and days In that month, like 1 for January, number of days are 31. LKG program. This is also LKG program. Okay, simple program, faltu programs. You can do this. Yes or no? Okay. Yes. Write a logical expression for this. Now see, accept any city from user and display capital, right? No, famous, right? City is what? Delhi. And Red Fort, Agra is what? Taj Mahal. Jaipur is what? Jal Mahal. I don't know. Yes. Okay, right. This is also simple programs. Now by next class, at least you have to do out of 70, 30 to 40 programs. Will you do or not? Okay. This link I copied in the document. This link already copied in the document. This is link. Again, I'm copying this link. Now you have 1 day time. 1 day time is not rest time, right? You have to practice. Practice at least 40 programs. You have to do it. 40 programs. You have to do it. At any cost, you have to do out of 70, 40 program. I mean, 40 programs means you will choose simple questions like LKG programs. You will do. I finished. Next day you'll say, "मैं लिख दिया बोलते." But write, take some complex programs from that 70 programs. Take some complex problems and do it. Not that small programs. Even you practice with the small programs, 2 big programs. Try to solve 70 programs. If you solve 70 programs, that is very happy. Getting or not? So I'll try to give you one more link also in the next class, maybe, if you want, if you practice. If you don't practice, I don't give anything. So daily आना सुनना जाना बस उतना ही. Okay, आना जाना सुनना सही है नहीं? मैं practice करना है यार, because you people came all the way from some other state for learning, right? So don't waste your money, don't waste your time. Don't waste your money as well as what? Time. Utilize, learn subjects, multiple subjects. With Python, you can do database also. जाओ यार, मैं बोला जाओ बोल के. Okay. Learn, see, you have a 3 months time, right? With the Python, which one is good? With Python, what I can learn, what I can learn else, right? You can join one database course, because database is compulsory. Any project database is what? Compulsory. Which database you learn? One database is enough. What database? Oracle. If you learn Oracle, with Oracle you learn SQL, PLSQL, everything. Now SQL is a common. SQL is a common for all databases. If you learn SQL of Oracle, you can work with any database. You can work with MySQL, you can work with SQL Server, you can work with any database. Getting on. So don't waste the time. You do multiple things and do multiple courses so that you can get job easily. बाद में नहीं सोचना कि मैं Python करा मेरे को कुछ नहीं मिला. Yes, because that is your fault, because you have not done a correct courses to get the job, right? So do Oracle, do Python, do Django, so that you can move into software industry, right? Thank you. We'll see you on Monday, but try to do all these things. We'll try to see you on Monday, right? Thank you. We'll see you on Monday, right?